Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my very first video. I'm a little nervous because I've never done this before, and it's kind of weird seeing myself on camera and hearing my voice, but it is what it is. For today's video, I will be showcasing how to make one of the DIY mixes from the company CurlMix. It was started by a husband and wife duo, Kim and Tim Lewis, and it's actually the first subscription box that caters to natural haired women. A few months ago, I had the honor of doing a photo shoot with the company, and I just fell in love with their mission and what they stand for, and they're just really awesome people. So to continue my collaboration, I actually am now an ambassador for the company. And if you click my affiliate link in the description box, which will be down there, you could go ahead and check out the website, all the products that they have to offer, and hopefully you can find something for yourself or the curly hair lady or man in your life, or family member. Doesn't have to be a significant other, it could be a friend, family, whatever. This is my first time opening the box. As you can see, tape still on there, hasn't been opened. And I have the Avocado Flambe Moisturizer kit. So let's open it up, see what's inside. It comes with a little instruction booklet. And it has all the instructions here on how to make it, which is really nice. And it even has a picture, before and after. And then it gives you some tips on how to customize your mix. So that's pretty cool. To mix, we have a packet of guar gum. And on the side, I will tell you all of the benefits of these products and what they do and what they're used for. So this is the guar gum. We also have behentrimonium. I think that's how I'm saying that right. I don't know. I'm in science. I science, so I should know how to say that. But it's cool. That's alright. And then it has the avocado butter. It has the avocado oil and the fragrance. Let's see what this smells like. It smells really good. It kind of reminds me of bubblegum, but that might not be the scent. But anyway, it smells good nonetheless. And then it comes with this little bottle so you can store your product in it. Super cute. Has the little tag on there so you know exactly what it is. It has the glycerin. And it comes with a little spatula for you to stir. And just so you know, you do need to use a stovetop to make this. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first you're going to start out by measuring out 8 ounces of water, and I did this using a scale, but you can also use a measuring cup and just measure out 1 cup of water, since 1 cup is equivalent to 8 ounces. took it out of the water, and I added in the guar gum and behinitrium mixture into it, and those are the clumps that I was talking about right there. I stirred this up well, and because I didn't have enough space in the mason jar, I transferred it into a bowl. Be sure to stir it well to make sure that everything, mixes in properly, and then let it cool for about 10-15 minutes to come to room temperature. And at that point, you can go ahead and add in the glycerin. Once I mixed that up well, I added in I poured in 4 ounces of water to a measuring cup, and then I added in the mixture from the bowl into the measuring cup with the water. Making sure to stir it up well again to make it ensure that everything is incorporated. Once everything is mixed up, I went ahead and I added it into the bottle that came in the kit, and I poured slowly just to try to avoid any spillage, but because I had those clumps, yeah, that happened. Once you get everything into the bottle, wipe it down to make sure it's clean, and you can go ahead and pop it in the fridge so it can thicken up. So the style I decided to do with this product was a braid out, and my hair smells so good after washing it. So all I used was a moisturizer and some oil that I made. I began by making a straight part down the middle of my head, and I then split each of the halves into 2 sections as well. The hair that I wasn't using at the time, I went ahead and pulled up. For each of the 4 sections, I separated those into about 3 sections each, just to make sure that, my braids were nice and smooth and that the definition was really good at the end. So I started by adding the moisturizer to my hair to make sure that 1, obviously, that my hair was well moisturized, and 2, ensuring that each strand was evenly coated. I then coated my ends with the hair oil that I made to go ahead and seal in that moisture, since that is the driest part of my hair. And I detangled my hair using a tangle teaser for thick and curly hair that I got from Sephora, and I can link that below. And let me tell you, this thing works wonders. It gets my hair so smooth, and it makes my styles come out so good. After that, I went ahead and repeated this process for the remainder of my hair. Right here, I just have to have some curl pattern appreciation. Look at that bounce back. So after I braided all of my hair, I actually let it air dry for about 2 hours before wrapping it with a satin scarf for bed. The next morning my hair was completely dry, and I added a little bit more of that oil to my hands just to make sure that my hair didn't become frizzy. And I then began taking my hair out from the back, which is my preference, but you can start wherever you like. After I took down all of the braids, I went ahead and separated my hair just so my hair can have some more volume and have the look that I was going for. I continued to separate until it became as fluffy and separated as I wanted it to be, and kind of just playing around at this point. So this is pretty much the end of my video, and I appreciate you so much for making it this far, and I thank you for watching, and I definitely hope that you stay tuned for my future videos.